A federal judge in New York has ruled that JP Morgan Chase and Deutsche Bank are able to be sued under a lawsuit related to victims at the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking island. This is Drew Page. Welcome to the Drew Page channel. In this video, we're going to talk about what the judge actually ruled upon and what that means for a potential lawsuit against those banks going forward. If you found this video helpful, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Well, news broke today that JP Morgan Chase and Deutsche Bank, who were named defendants in a lawsuit involving allegations surrounding Jeffrey Epstein's island involving sex trafficking, that they are not able to have all of their claims dismissed. A complaint was filed against them in a federal court in New York, and they filed motions to dismiss for failure to state a claim, essentially a 12B6 motion, and that they should not be able to go forward with claims. Now, the district judge granted a lot of the motions to dismiss for the banks that JP Morgan Chase as well as the Deutsche Bank defense attorneys had filed, saying that those claims should not go forward. But they did not dismiss them all, and some are going to survive a 12B6 motion, and therefore there will be discovery that will issue from that. There will likely then be a rule for a motion for summary judgment that will be filed, and if it gets past all that, then there will be a trial on these issues. That's not likely to happen, but we'll see how the case progresses. So let's talk about what was actually survived so that the plaintiffs could continue against these banks. In the opinion that was drafted that states that a more detailed opinion will be forthcoming, the court indicated that the following claims would survive against Deutsche Bank by the plaintiffs. Number one, the claim that the defendants knowingly benefited from participating in a sex trafficking venture. Number two, the claim that defendants obstructed enforcement of the Trafficking Victims Protection Act. Number three, the claim that defendants negligently failed to exercise reasonable care to prevent physical harm. And number four, the claim that defendants negligently failed to exercise reasonable care as a banking institution providing non-routine banking. Those are the claims that survived, and as noted, all other claims were dismissed. In regard to JP Morgan Chase Bank, the only claims that survived were one, the claim that defendant negligently failed to exercise reasonable care to prevent physical harm. Number two, the claim that defendant negligently failed to exercise reasonable care as a banking institution providing non-routine banking. Number three, the claim that defendant knowingly benefited from participating in a sex trafficking venture. And number four, the claim that defendant obstructed enforcement of the Trafficking Victims Protection Act, and all other claims were dismissed. Interestingly, the government also brings a claim against JP Morgan Chase, and all of the claims were dismissed as to that particular case involving JP Morgan Chase except for one. The only one that survived was that JP Morgan Chase Bank knowingly benefited from participating in a sex trafficking venture, and all of the other claims were dismissed. For those who haven't been following along, Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, has already chastised CNBC for reporting on these issues and saying that they should wait until all the facts are revealed before prosecuting. And CNBC has, of course, responded saying that they are simply reporting that the allegations have been made. Well, now we know that the claims that have been made against JP Morgan Chase are going to survive, and it all centers around an employee that they had that actually was a friend of Jeffrey Epstein, who apparently, according to the complaint, engaged in some special favoritism with Jeffrey Epstein, and that the bank had knowledge that this particular employee was assisting Jeffrey Epstein and the island of sex trafficking that was going on. So if they're able to prove that, then obviously these claims, these civil claims, could cause some big problems for JP Morgan Chase and Deutsche Bank. And so as this case progresses, I'll keep you up to date. What do you think about the fact that these claims are proceeding against the banks, and what do you think the outcome might be? Let me know down in the comments. I hope you found this video helpful. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for tuning into the Drew Page channel, and until next time, stay tuned.